Good Wednesday evening, everyone. It's weather for Weather Geeks time here on February the 24th, 2016. It's been a soggy day today. Now, it hasn't rained every hour of the day, but we've seen several hours of rain, of course, today, and that's added up to an inch to even an inch and a quarter worth of rain, and we're not done just yet. So some pretty impressive backyard rainfall totals since the rain began last night. Here's a loop of the radar starting this morning. Steady rain in the morning, and then we just had waves of showers that rolled through this afternoon and into this evening. And in between these showers, we did have some sunshine. Pretty good band of rain that came through around mid-afternoon. Didn't have any thunder, but some gusty winds. And as I hit record on this at about, it is 7:25. Here was what the radar looked like at that point. We had some decent-looking bands of rain pushing in from the south and west. And there's probably some gusty winds with this as well. Here's the velocity product off the Pittsburgh radar. Doesn't look quite as impressive as it did earlier, but still sample this a little bit. There might be a 25 to 30 mile per hour gust embedded in this band of rain pushing into the southwestern part of our viewing area. Not going to spend a lot of time on this because, of course, the information will be outdated pretty quickly. Let's show you the national view here. This is a whopper of a storm system. If your home barometer is pretty low this evening, there's a reason for that. We've got low pressure almost right overhead across parts of northeast Ohio and into western PA. The center of that low is just about right overhead this evening. It, of course, is cold enough for snow on the backside of this, and severe weather has been a big problem today across parts of the Carolinas and into the mid-Atlantic states as well. Throw up the storm reports here. Very impressive stuff for the month of February. I mean, there's too many to even plot here, including several tornadoes, unfortunately, and reports of a few fatalities. But the numbers are impressive here. We've had, let's see here. Well, there's a debris flow. That's interesting. There's actually so much on here that the tornadoes aren't listed because we're out of room. But unfortunately, I have 4 casualties and at least 1 or so injuries. We'll see what the final tally on that is. But yeah, for February, this is pretty impressive stuff this far to the north. Severe weather in late February is not uncommon along the Gulf Coast, but this far north, a little bit more uncommon. All right, back here at home tonight. Showers will come and go. I think as we get into the late night hours into tomorrow morning, right on schedule, that cold air is going to wrap in. And although we have the rain color scale on here, this will be snow pushing in by about daybreak tomorrow. And snow will continue at varying intensities. The cold air right now is out across western Ohio. You can kind of split Ohio in half, maybe right along I-71. You've got much colder air to the west of there, and we're still a little bit of spring fever here to the east of I-71 this evening. But this colder air is coming our way. It's down close to freezing in Detroit and Lansing. So the snow gets in tomorrow and, again, continues kind of at varying intensities throughout the day. Some of the time it'll be just piddling. Some of the time it'll be coming down at a decent clip. The one thing we have going for us, well, we have a couple of things going for us tomorrow. It's getting to be late February. It's getting to be hard to get snow to stick during the daylight hours unless it's unusually cold or the snow is coming down really hard. Sun angle is getting higher and stronger in the sky. That incoming solar radiation, even though the clouds are blocking some of it, it still manages to get through the clouds and impact things down here at the ground. And temperatures tomorrow will be at or above freezing for a lot of the day. And that means that the roads tomorrow, I think, will be largely wet during the daylight hours, the main roads especially. All right, flurries linger into Friday morning. Any accumulation tomorrow occurs most likely during the daylight hours, and then we just taper off to flurries tomorrow evening into the overnight. And then this warm front pushes through by Saturday, and boy, flipping a switch again into pretty nice weather for the upcoming weekend. Modeling has been singing the same song since yesterday, giving an average of 1 inch to 2 inches or so, at least near Vienna, where the airport is, and I think this is fairly representative of the entire viewing area. Could someone get 3 inches worth of snow? That's a possibility, but I think 1 inch or 2 will just about do it in most spots. All right, our snow forecast, again, has not changed much. 1 inch or 2, 3, maybe 4. 4 is probably generous, but 1 to 3 as a good average across the region during the day tomorrow. As far as impacts go, I've scaled back the impacts some here. Again, I think the roads are mostly wet tomorrow, especially the main roads. There might be some slick spots late in the day. School adjustments, an outside possibility for Friday morning, but I mean an outside possibility because, again, the accumulating snow is done by early in the evening on Thursday. All right, so breezing through the weekend quickly here because the weekend's pretty quiet. We'll have some sunshine both days. We'll get into the 50s on Sunday. All right, cold front on Monday will push through. And this might be a rain changing to snow situation early in the day, depending on how the timing of this works out. But certainly it'll be warm as this front approaches. It'll be mild anyway. And at some point, the colder air comes in and we might change over to a little bit of snow, not expecting much accumulation out of that. And that's Monday. And then midweek is kind of up in the air. I mean, front's going to try to lay out in here, and a low-pressure area might come along, and there might be a variety of precipitation. Midweek is looking kind of murky as far as the fine details. But in the medium range, it's not looking as cold as it looked previously. You know, we were advertising the end of February, the start of March to be pretty chilly. Now the models are kind of, pushing more and more mild air in, and so it doesn't look all that bad, really, to start out March. Not exactly warm, but not a lot of below average days shown on the medium and long range modeling for the first week of March. All right, more updates throughout the evening, the radars and everything else you need to know. And I'll have a full update tonight on 21 News at 11. Have a great rest of this Wednesday, and I'll see you right back here for more Weather Geeks Thursday evening.